Okay, I think I'm live. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I don't know if my earbuds are working or if it's the computer microphone or the iPhone microphone. But let's file it out. Let's find it out. Trial and error. So, hi, I'm Dan Mambiela, and I have a comic available right now on Zoop, the crowdfunding platform Zoop, called Vengeance Must Die. And Vengeance Must Die is a 34-page horror period piece about a man who pledges himself to vengeance and then so that he can punish the wicked. And then once the uh, wicked have been made to pay, vengeance does not let him stop. So spends his life in service of vengeance, and we get to see what's waiting for him at the end of that life. What are the wages of vengeance? What reward will be waiting for him? And it's also a last kind of Monte Cristo story. So I'm just going to keep this first stream. It's just kind of a test. I'm going to keep it real short, and just going to play with this piece, and maybe we'll play with this piece a little more next time. But let's talk about that character that we love in fiction, the agent of vengeance, the person who takes it upon themselves to uh, deliver vengeance to the evildoers. And and like I said, the Vengeance Must Die is also a Count of Monte Cristo. It's kind of like a last story, last Count of Monte Cristo story, and the when we think of these vengeance characters, we know some very well. Of course, Batman. I am the Knight. I am vengeance. And it's very popular. We hear it a lot that Zorro is. These pencils are not showing up at all, but we'll ink it and it'll show up better. We hear a lot that Zorro is the progenitor of Batman. Bob Kane was very fond of saying that in all the press during the Batman '89, the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman. Uh, and yeah, so we can definitely see the Zorro influence in uh, in Batman. But when I read The Count of Monte Cristo, and it was for a school assignment, I could not help but feel that the Count of Monte Cristo has really been left off the family tree. For some reason he's the black sheep on this agent of vengeance lineage, and the similarities are incredible. I mean, I have to believe that along the way, all these different creators who added to Batman were thinking of the Count of Monte Cristo, because there's the traveling abroad and then learning, from other cultures, and their techniques for vengeance, and becoming more refined, a more skilled fighter. That's all in the Count of Monte Cristo. Um, the the Count of Monte Cristo even has neat things, like, I guess if you're a prisoner for 25 years, you get night vision. So the Count of Monte Cristo even has like a kind of night vision. So while visually Zorro may have a lot more in common with Batman, the Count of Monte Cristo really has so much. And then, it's I always after I read it, I always thought, wow, this is like a Batman. And I don't know why there hasn't been a Bats of Monte Cristo or the Bat of Monte Cristo story ever. That seems like just so obvious to do. So I'm just gonna fool around here with a little piece that's maybe the three of those characters, but I'm placing the Count of Monte Cristo there as the progenitor in my eyes. Um, so Vengeance Must Die is a story that started as a pitch that I uh, wrote in the 90s, and it didn't it actually did get picked up by a small company, but then they actually went under. It was, I believe the company was Thorby Comics. um, but they went under before anything happened with the you know substantive happened with getting the issue out or even developing the story. So it's just something I thought about a lot. How this in the Count of Monte Cristo story, he asks Vengeance to let him take Vengeance's place to so that he can punish the wicked. And I love that line so much because what happens when you do that? Does Vengeance, when you ask Vengeance, like, okay, let me take the wheel, do you get to just say, like, okay, I'm done, Vengeance? Like, what does Vengeance say? Like, what if Vengeance says, no, you're not done. There's a lot more of my work that you have to do. So then what happens to your life then? Like, you don't get to go have that um happy ending like the classic novel ends. They kind of just sail away happily. Vengeance is served. People's lives are are changed, and he everything's fine with Edmund. So in Vengeance Must Die, everything is definitely not fine with Edmund. He's lived this life of being a beast of burden to Vengeance, and he wants out, and the only way out is through Vengeance. So he has to his mission is to take out Vengeance. So he won't see any of that. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see it in the inks. So it's a 34-page horror period piece. It's they're painted in gouache, so it's a color piece. It's a color comic. It's on zoop.gg/c/vengeance must die. So if you just go to the Zoop crowdfunding page, zoop.gg, you can see it as one of the campaigns. And I think that's all we're going to cover today in this very first inaugural stream. I don't know if any of this footage is even usable. So hopefully we'll get better at this, and we can we can talk some more about this. All right. Thank you.